to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like told me, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose, the weekly special. We're excited about this episode. We are doing the NFC West panel, and we have 3 guests here. We have 2 guests from last week, 2 experts in the NFL sport. All right, we have my man Matt. What's good, Matt? Coach Coombs.
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing today?
Doing awesome. We also got the NFL Analyst of the Year, the guru himself. We got my man Carl, Ravens fan. What's up, man?
Appreciate you for having me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And then we got the one and only NFC West fan here, 49ers, runner-up in the NFC. All right, was a hair close of getting to the championship, lost to their rival round. So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, we got my man Dave. What's good, Dave?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Matt? What's up, Carl? Glad to be here.
Let's go. All right, y'all. So look, before we get started, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, share this video with somebody that y'all know so they can come on and watch live with us. Also, use that comment section. We can see all the comments you guys are putting in. Communicate with us, get involved. We can see all the comments y'all are putting in, like I said. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So like I said, we're doing an NFC West panel. Last week, we did an AOC West where we all felt like it's the best division in football. And then we transitioned to the NFC, and this used to be the best division in football. All right? I mean, that's what everybody was saying. Okay. At least in the NFC, where we got an AOC guy on the side, right? So, but a lot of things changed. Not a lot, but some things changed. Receivers changed, stuff like that. So we're going to talk about all that stuff. Quarterback change. So it's only right to start off with the 49ers. We have the 49ers fan on, all right? So we're going to start with the 49ers. So, David, talk to us about the 49ers. I know y'all finished second in the division. Y'all actually beat the Rams in the last game of the season to clinch your playoff berth. You upset the number 1 NFC East Cowboys. You upset the number 1 seed in the NFC, Green Bay. And like I said, you were here close of making it to the Super Bowl. So you got drama with Jimmy G, Larry Nance. You got drama with Deebo Samuels. There's a lot of stuff going on in your organization, all right? So, Dave, talk to us about next year with the 49ers.
Well, first I want to say that I think we had a great season last year, even though a lot of people didn't expect us to go as far as we did. Honestly, me as a Niners fan, I didn't expect us to go as far as we did. So I'm definitely proud of how we ended up. It was sad that we lost to the Rams. We beat them twice in the regular season. They haven't been able to beat us until the playoff game. So that kind of lets you know where we stand as far as the division. First thing I kind of want to talk about is Jimmy G. Jimmy G has done some good things for us throughout his career while he was with us. When he first came in 2017, he won 5 straight games after he got traded, so that was a good. Then, 2018 came, he was injured for the whole year, couldn't really do much. Then came back to 2019, he had his best game against the New Orleans Saints. I think that was his best game of his career, honestly. That bolted us to go to the Super Bowl, and we were 3 quarters away. We were up 10 points in the fourth quarter against the Chiefs, but we squandered that. lost that, and then 2020 he came back. He was injured again for a whole year. Then last year, we got to the point where we could have made it to the Super Bowl, but we were just a little bit short. And now everyone knows where we traded 3 first-round draft picks in order to draft Trey Lance last year in the first round. A lot of people thought that was crazy. I still think that was crazy. I don't think we should have traded all those picks just to draft it where we did. I think, honestly, the way he was looked at everyone else, we could have drafted him where we were at 12 and still kept our picks. But, hey, I'm not John Lynch. I'm not Kyle Shanahan, so that I have nothing to do with that. I just trust my team. This year, I think what it is the most thing that we've heard is that, they think that we're making a mistake by moving on from Jimmy G to go to Trey Lance because he didn't have as much experience in college, but that wasn't his fault. A lot of people don't understand that he had that 4 year he played. He didn't throw any interceptions in college. The next year, it was a COVID year, and the school decided that they weren't going to play any games. They only played 1 game that year, which, that wasn't his fault. That he went into the draft and got drafted. Now, I think that Jimmy G was, like I said, he was good for us while he was there, but Jimmy G was never really the reason why we won a lot of games. We won with Jimmy. We didn't win because of Jimmy. I think that's the biggest thing for us in the playoffs. It pretty much showed it. I mean, we win when we run the ball most of the time. We won a game where he only threw the ball 8 times. How many other quarterbacks are able to do that? And they're called a great quarterback, or even a really good quarterback. I think Jimmy's good to be a starter in the league, but I just think it's time for us to move on and let Trey Lance get a chance. Now, as far as training camp goes, Trey Lance has played pretty well. When I play, but he's been doing pretty well in the off season. He stayed late in order to get his mechanics together. He's been practicing with Brandon Ayuk. Even with the whole Deebo Samuel thing going on, he's still been focused, doing whatever he can to lead the team. He has teammates backing him up. George Kittle has backed him up. Robbie Gould, who's I believe is a Hall of Fame kicker. Then you got Fred Warner has backed him up. George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. I mean, I can name so many players, so many coaches that have been vouching for him, and even our defensive coordinator has even said, "Well, look, it's hard for us to even pick him off because he's been beating us every single time." So that just gives me some hope because I feel like Trey Lance is ready enough to be able to start for his first year. I don't think that we're going to go to the Super Bowl the first year that he's there, but I still think that we're at least a playoff team while he's there.
How many wins would you predict right now as we speak?
Right now as we speak, I'm going 10-11 wins.
Okay. 10-11. Yeah. All right.
I'm not thinking 13, 14, 15 wins. And I'm not that kind of a fan. I'm more realistic, and I kind of know the teams we're going to be playing. I think we can win 10 to 11 games this year.
Mm-hmm. One thing I do like about Trey Lance starting, what move y'all made, y'all hired Brian Greasy, all right, as a quarterback coach. I think that's going to help Trey Lance, And then it's always those quarterbacks that weren't great that end up being good coaches, Exactly. So I think he'll be a big plus. But all right, so let's go to you, Matt. Talk to me about the 49ers.
All right, so 49ers, they have a story right now because we really don't know what's going on, especially with Deebo, his contract. He's scheduled not to report to training camp. We know how that goes, so we have to wait and see just what happens with that. My thing is, as long as they got all the pieces going, I'm not knocking Trey Lance on anything. Because until I get a full season of what he does, I'm not coming down on him. I do that with any quarterback that comes into this league as a rookie. When it's his time and I need a full season sample because I'm not always going to come for the quarterback. Y'all know me. I'll come for the coach quick if I have to. Okay. I mean, like I said, Baker Mayfield's rookie year was outstanding. That year with Freddie Kitchen was atrocious, and it was nowhere near on an indictment to Baker Mayfield at all. So that's how I look at that. I need samples of when you have it and they give it to you, can you work with it? So he has everything coming into the season. He has a decent defense. Secondary needs some work. So I'm not too big on the coach saying that he beating us. Your secondary kind of sucks. So if Trey Lance beating your secondary, I'm not big on that right now. What I am big on with Trey Lance is something that I saw when he had those tiny sample sizes. A big arm with fast wheel. That's very dangerous in the red zone because that big arm, what it does when you throw it, it leads in the best way in the red zone that keeps the receivers inside. It keeps it high. It keeps it inside without them leaving their feet. That's where you see more of those toe drags on those lead catches. You know what I mean? That where the ball is lit because those big arms can kind of just. It's like a rainbow. Like Cam was big. He's not an accurate quarterback, but Cam is very dangerous in the red zone because of his feet and because the way he can lead and allow that receiver to drag his feet, and the receivers don't have to jump in the air. You know what I mean? So what they're going to do is run the football. The 49ers will forever and always be defined by running the football, and as long as they have a decent running game, and when I say decent, they can rack up 150 yards on the ground. Offensively, they're moving the ball. They're keeping Trey Lance out of trouble. Trey Lance can only make smart decisions moving the ball forward. That's all you want out of a young quarterback moving forward. That's all you can ask for. You have a Hall of Fame kicker on your team. As long as you get that guy within 45 yards, 50 yards, that's 3 points. It's the same situation that I put him on with the Broncos. As long as you have a decent running game with the offense that they should have, the quarterback in the offense should fit the system enough to not turn the ball over and win football games, as long as you have a system, a devised plan that works for you. And their plan for the 49ers is to run the football, period. All they got to do is figure out this situation with Deebo Samuels, and they are going to be just fine. I have them winning 12 wins. I got them winning 12 games. I got them at a high 12. They don't have a tough schedule. They really don't. I put it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 teams in the NFC gonna have a losing record, and only 5 in the AFC. They're gonna be 12 and 5. Like I said, 10, 11 wins. I have them first in the NFC as well, for first in their division. I have them first in their division. I got the Rams second.
Mark, you disrespectful, man. I don't even want to hit nothing from you. You're a Commanders fan, so I'm gonna just lay that out there. Sorry, Joe. You're a Commanders fan too, but I'm just saying. I don't. Come on.
I mean, the division's not strong, but that's not going to be any indictment to what the 49ers are going to want to do. They're going to look at the schedule and say, we got to run the football. We need to run the football, play smart in the red zone. And I'm telling you, that's those small samples. What I see when I see Trey Lance in the red zone is what I see when I see the Eagles quarterback in the red zone. I had him in fantasy, and I never took that kid out the game. Did he have great passing yards every game? No, he threw sometimes 165 yards, but he had 3 touchdowns because he was always in the red zone, and he ran for 2 touchdowns himself. And that's what I see out of Trey Lance. They're going to rack up points. I actually don't even see the 49ers having a problem scoring. What you don't want is Trey Lance pushing the ball 80 yards down the field, you depending on him to work. You can't do that to him. That's what I don't see in Trey Lance.
I don't think you can do that to him early.
Exactly. If the season develops and you give him those samples to do it in, especially if it's those games where it's tight and all right, let's give Trey Lance 2 minutes and see what he does with 80 yards. That's absolutely fine. You lose that game, I get it. I mean, he's not that, but that's what he needs. That's when you use those. And it's okay to lose games like that. The 49ers are not coming in here to be the number 1 team in the AFC, but what they want to do is have a winning record to get into the playoffs. Yeah. Is it going to be 12-5? I have no idea. I have them that high because of what I look at on paper and the fact that the slew of ACLs have not torn through the NFL yet. That comes next. We will know by next Wednesday when that happens.
All right, so to talk about Deebo a little bit. So they're already talking to Deebo about the contract. Deebo's not going anywhere. Nick Bosa's not going anywhere either. He's about to get a contract as well.
He deserves one.
Deebo and his trainer were literally just on Instagram, I think yesterday, saying that he's about to get paid. So Deebo's not going anywhere.
Oh, then that clears that up. That actually does clear that up.
And about the backfield, we did pick up Javarius Ward. I don't think he's a top 10 or a top 5 cornerback, but he's good enough to help out what we had back there, along with Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward is highly underrated to me. I think he was the best cornerback that we had last year. He had a great year last year. So I think I'll develop. It's not great, but it's good enough to at least help out.
What they need to clean up is where they lost last year is how they have wins and their teams just slaughter them in the fourth quarter almost. Going up 28, 30 points on them. That's what they can't do this year.
It's a safety.
The 49ers were the Ravens The NFC Ravens. Early.
I was going to bring that up on my point.
You were so all right.
I'm good. You can go ahead, Carl.
So go ahead, Carl.
All right, so what Joe already said it, but I was going to say a lot of people forget the 49ers came in, like they were banged up too early in the season.
Yep.
And then towards the end, they got healthy, and that's when they made that push to make the playoffs when they got healthy. So I like the 49ers a lot. I think that defense is really good. The 49ers defense always is really good. They got that front seven. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Bosa, like you said, DeVore. I said DeVore on the Chiefs, and then I cleared it up. I meant to say Frank Clark. They were the same number. DeVore used to play for the Chiefs. But yeah, DeVore. And to go to that secondary, so I looked up the roster when I was trying to look up the schedule for the 49ers because I know I got to get like a wins, total amount of wins. And when I looked at the roster for secondary, it's not bad. It's Darqueze Dennard, who's been in the league for almost 10 years, Michigan State guy. Got to show my boy some love. You got Ambry Thomas, a Michigan guy, but he did okay when he was out there on that island.
Yeah, he's
Emmanuel Mosley, you know what he's going to do. And again, like I said, I think last show, if Jason Verrett can be a healthy Jason Verrett, you got Mosley and Verrett on the outsides. That's really solid. It's actually really good. Then I believe y'all be playing Jimmy Ward at safety, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he is at safety. It's the other safety position that's questionable because I think the other safety just signed with the Raiders, I think.
Yeah. Y'all got Jimmy Ward. Y'all got the young guy at USC that I like. I can't pronounce his name.
If I'm not mistaken, you guys had a young secondary, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's Hunger. That's what it is.
Yep. That's the guy that I liked out of USC, where when I was watching for Drake London and them, I noticed he was making a lot of plays. I'm like, hold on, who's number 15 for USC? He out there making plays. So I like him. See, our secondary is not bad. It's actually really solid. It's just, can it stay healthy is the issue.
Yeah, Jason Verrett is almost never healthy. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, he hasn't been healthy since he made the Pro Bowl. So can you really count on that? No. But hopefully hopefully he can stay that. You don't really want to wish injuries on players even when they injury prone. No. So the secondary is not bad. The receiving core, you say Debo said on his IG Live with his trainer, he about to get paid. I didn't see it. So I was going to say that they got a couple projects. I like the young guy, Juwan Jennings. He seems to make like big plays on third downs when he need them. They got technically the project, Jordan Matthews, they brought him in at tight end. They wanted to see what he can do at tight end. He's going to damn near not going to start because ain't nobody starting over Kittle. But it's cool to, bring him in the training camp. Maybe get some tape. Maybe some tape on him. Maybe somebody else can sign him at tight end that might need one. So, but the ultimate project is like we all been talking about, Jimmy G versus Trey Lance. Now, in my opinion, like David said, when y'all first traded for Jimmy G, y'all were winless. He comes in, y'all win 5 straight. So y'all can say all y'all want about y'all not winning because of Jimmy G, but Jimmy G for sure is a catalyst of why y'all win. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Every good team has a good defense and a good quarterback. So I don't like when people say, "Oh, he just got a good defense." That's what you're supposed to have. Yeah. You're supposed to have a good defense. You're supposed to be able to run the ball. Like old school football is run the ball, get them off the field.
Yep.
So when people use that as a hindrance to quarterbacks, it kind of makes no sense to me. I know now we're more so in a passing league, but you still want to be able to run the football. You can't throw the ball 50, 60 times a game. You're not going to.
See? Exactly.
And I feel that, right?
Exactly. And that's why I think Trey Lance is going to do well. He's not going to do no more than what Jimmy did. He's just a little bit better than.
They're going to throw the same numbers.
What I'm saying is, I think people are using Jimmy G as a scapegoat when I don't necessarily think it's Jimmy G's fault.
No, I never said it was Jimmy G's fault. I just think that Trey Lance is a little bit better, and he's going to help us out a little bit more than what Jimmy.
No. I'm not saying you, but I do know a 49ers fan who can't wait to get Jimmy G up out of there for Trey Lance. And what I'm saying is, Trey Lance, I don't know personally if Trey Lance is better. Like you said, in college, he had the 1 year, then they had the one game where they was calling it the Trey Lance Showcase, that 1 year in COVID year. I personally don't know. Will he be able to do more? Yes, obviously, because he can run. They'll be able to, Kyle Shanahan can really get in his bag and diversify the offense. But will he be better? Who knows yet?
Right.
But NFL's a business. You traded all that capital to get him number 3 or whatever y'all got him at.
You got to put him in.
Yeah, eventually he's going to have to get in the game, or the business, it's the business side. It sucks, but it's the business of pro sports.
And that's how I felt about it. I said it's not that I want Jimmy G gone. I think it's you traded all of this for Trey Lance. Give him the opportunity to play. Let him showcase what he can do. Let Jimmy G go to another team to where he can start and be able to play, and give Trey Lance the reins. Give him the chance. You traded all those picks for him. You didn't have to. You could have drafted him at 12 when you had it before. You decided to trade all those 3 picks to go get him. So give him a chance to start and get Jimmy out the door.
Now, this is me personally. What I would do is I would probably start the season with Jimmy G. Just me personally. And I would try to, hopefully he has really good tape so I can get the value of Jimmy G raised. Then before the deadline, try to unload him. I'm like, all right, you had like a year, close to a year and a half to learn the offense, to learn the reads, everything like that. Now it's time to get in the game action. So then, like I said, hopefully Jimmy G value raises, you get more for Jimmy G, and now Trey Lance gets the full control of the offense. That's just what I would do personally.
But that's what they tried to do last year.
The reason why they can't do it this year.
That's why they didn't give Trey Lance the opportunity to play with the first team in practice.
Mm-hmm.
They made sure that Jimmy.
They were trying to showcase Jimmy last year during the season.
What he did.
Yeah, they were trying to showcase him last year.
But it also came out that report said that, and again, we don't know if it's true or not, but reports came out that he couldn't learn the offense, or he didn't really know the offense like that.
Trey Lance had when he got drafted, he got the playbook right then and there.
I mean, a lot of rookies do.
I understand Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a student of the game. He studies it no matter what. He studies tape. He was studying NFL tape before he even got into college. That's something that he's been doing his entire career before he even got to the NFL. So I don't think that's a question that he had. And he learned.
Those reporters I really hate them when they do that, because they really try to attack rookies when they do that crap. Mm-hmm. The only rookie that I know that hurt himself was Tua when he came out saying, because that means you didn't put your life into the playbook. He the only one I know that really came out and hurt himself. And I can't respect guys like that, because you had all this time, my dude. I know you got the playbook the minute you got drafted. You were the number 1 pick. That's a bit weird. So unless a player is coming out saying that crap, I don't feed into the to reporters when they try to report that stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I preference it by saying that. But those were some reports that came out. Now, when I was looking at the schedule, I seen off top y'all played the Bears and the Seahawks, and I didn't remember it, so I'm going back to it. I saw Bears and Seahawks. For me, that should be 2-0.
Yep.
Denver,
I got them losing to the Broncos.
I'm about to say Denver.
Yeah, I got us losing that game too.
At Denver, that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
This is week 3 in the season. They don't mind that loss.
But this is what I will say, right? Like you said, it's week 3 in the season. That's early for a new quarterback with those weapons at questions when you have a defense that's already been playing together. So they could win that. Just off like being, they jailed and everything like that. Now the only thing you could counteract is, Carl, what if they start Trey Lance? Then it'll be my same point. So it depends on what they do at starting quarterback.
They are starting Trey Lance. They
starting Trey Lance. They let Jimmy look for a trade. And the only reason why they waited this long is because this week is, I think Trey reported with the rookies, and they just wanted to see something in that, and they saw what they saw. So that's why they went ahead and said Jimmy can go ahead and get traded. They saw what they wanted to see. They're ready for Trey to start training camp as the one next week.
Yeah.
All right. So then, if they start in Trey Lance, it's not as new as Russell Wilson, because like we all know, he was there with the team last year. But it's different practicing with the team, or being there, than getting out on that 5 and playing against the defense. So that one's a toss up to me. The Rams, y'all were what, won the last 6 straight or whatever, or 6-0 against the Rams since Jalen Ramsey got there into the playoffs. So, but it's different now, and I'll kind of speak on that later when we talk about the Rams. It's kind of different now. So that to me is a toss-up, even though it's in San Fran. The Carolina Panthers to me is a dub. Falcons is a dub. Chiefs, like I said, I don't bet against Mahomes and Andy Reid, so that might be an L to the Chiefs. At LA, that's an L to me. In LA, against the Chargers, that's a W to me. The Cardinals, that should be a W to me, even though D-Hop should be back. Saints is a W to me. Yep. Dolphins. Yep.
I gotta beat the Dolphins.
I take the W. I give them the W.
I gotta beat the Dolphins. That's a well-jailed 49ers team. As long as there's no injuries by that time, Oh yeah, I got him beating the Dolphins. I got him beating the Bucks right after that too.
Yeah, I got him beating the Bucks too. I got him putting Brady in a little, giving Brady some problems. And then you get the Seahawks again in Seattle. Now this one in Seattle, this is kind of where I go divisional games. Your team versus your team. Like no matter how good they are, divisional games go either way. I just see the Rams beat the Seahawks when the Seahawks were clearly the better team. I didn't see the Ravens, like I said, lose to the Steelers when the Ravens was the better team and vice versa. I see, I remember classic 49ers Cardinals game with the corner. I think the Cardinals won on Monday Night Football on a fullback dive. So, and the Cardinals were nowhere near
the year the Patriots won the Super Bowl when he was with the Dolphins. So it happens. Division
games on the road. I don't know. Prime time Thursday night. I don't know. Commanders. Sorry, Joe. I got them.
Yeah, I got that as a win.
Raiders.
I got them losing to the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's L for me too. But then the Cardinals at home, that should be a W.
That's a win. That's a toss-up for me. I got them losing to the Raiders, but the reason why that's a toss-up, Raiders have one problem. A lot of people don't pay attention to. They don't stay healthy towards the end of the season. They tether off, and it's because that ugly. They always have an early bye week, and their bye week. No, that's San Francisco. I think the Raiders do have an early bye week.
49ers is like week 9 or week 10.
Yeah, and then by that they always tether off because what they do, they try to rack up wins early, is what the Raiders always do, and then the bodies tether off at the end of the season. So that's why I say it's a toss-up. 49ers, could possibly win that game.
I think the Raiders' issues most of the time be disciplinary, but I think Josh McDaniels might fix that.
Hopefully,
a week 9 bye week in this season is like literally the middle of the season, so that might be good.
That's not bad for them.
Yeah. So overall, I got the 49ers pie with 2, 3, 4.
A lot of wins.
9, 10, 11 wins, just like y'all said. 10, 11 wins. I don't know who y'all hired y'all OC this year. I don't really think it matters because Kyle Shanahan probably gonna do the offense anyway. But who?
No, he's a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
We don't have an OC. I think
Kyle Shanahan just like forget it. I'm gonna do this anyway. So why do I need an OC?
Yeah, Mike McDaniels went to Miami. So
yeah. So okay, I had y'all win the division last year, Dave. Y'all let me down. All right, I want to let you know that. But y'all have I have a good shot at winning the division. Like I said, I got a good shot, and I got y'all winning like 11 to 12 games. But here's what I'm worried about. I don't think nobody mentioned this, but DeVore trying to get paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he already made it clear he ain't trying to be in the backfield. You see what I'm saying? He's not trying to be in the backfield. So he was y'all secret weapon, especially in that divisional round. He was y'all secret weapon in a lot of those games that brought y'all home. So go ahead, Matt.
Let me correct you, Joe. He will go in the backfield if you pay him. That's the issue. Is he don't mind being used the way he's being used, but you're not just going to pay him as a receiver with the other percentages of him being a running back as well. And he He need that. That's money that he need coming off that. So his contract, he want his contract to be a different type of contract. He won't. I'm telling you, if he gets paid as if he's playing both positions, he will do what they ask him to do. But he won't get. He's not. If you're going to use him as a receiver or pay him as a receiver, he's not going to want to play receiver and then also play running back. You're not paying him.
Get paid more running backs.
You know what I'm saying? You're not paying him the percentage.
No, what he's saying is he don't want the receiver market money. He want more than receiver market money.
Okay. If you make him the highest paid receiver, I get that.
I don't think he's
no. And it's not about being the highest paid receiver. He's trying to change. DeVore is changing the game, and he's trying to be paid that way. Like if you're going to use him as more than just a receiver, pay him in that. It's kind of like he's looking to tell you he want a different position title. If that
makes sense. Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, he said
do you mean like incentives in the contract or something like that, or are you talking about the money? Like, what are you talking about? Because look, I'm saying receivers. You say
he's going to get paid like a receiver.
That's what I'm
saying. If that's fine, but he don't want to do it, then he's not going to want to be in that backfield.
So what other way can he get paid though? You're saying that's what I'm confused about.
All right, so this is what I think he's trying to say. I think whatever the average for like a top receiver is,
right?
Not the highest paid, but just like maybe top 5. Franchise top 5, average of the top 5 at your position.
Right.
Go a little above the average. Because I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like he ain't gotta be the highest. But
okay, in that case,
he's going to get that.
he still ain't trying to be in the backfield. He's worrying about his longevity.
No, what I'm telling you is I don't think he mind. What I'm saying is I don't think he minds it, right? But that amount of time that he's in the backfield is what he's trying to be compensated for. So that's why you cannot pay him as just the receiver rate.
Man,
you have to pay him higher than that.
I will back Joe on this one. This is exactly why 49ers signed Ray Mccloud. They signed him. He's another receiver that can do that. He can't do everything Debo did, but he can run the ball.
He can run that stuff in the back, and that's fine. Oh, that's fine. So then Debo's contract is going to say wide receiver duty
all the time because he knows that he's going to have a short shelf life if he continues to do that.
Yeah,
and that's understandable.
He only did it last year because it helped us get into the playoffs and get to the NFC Championship game. But now he
just wants to be. He wants to make sure, right? And I understand that. I'm just saying, like, if it's him, if that's what they're gonna do, the money has to show that. And if they're just gonna use him as a wide receiver, then pay me as a wide receiver, but don't have nothing in this contract that got me doing other stuff outside of my wide receiver duties.
Yeah, and he's not gonna take an incentive-based contract because teams can control that.
Exactly.
They can be like, oh, he's 5 carries away from getting this incentive. Cut that.
Yeah, like what Baker Mayfield just did. I think that was stupid because there's no way that the Panthers are going to the Super Bowl. He's not getting that $3.5 million that he got his contract. That's just not going.
But one thing I will say about Debo, because like I said, I am a South Carolina fan as well. I watched him a lot at South Carolina, and he did run them jet sweeps. He is a great return man. That's what he was really known for at South Carolina. Beside the receiver, he was probably the best return man in the country. So he's used to and as I can tell by him when he was playing running back, he's used to having that ball. Wow, that's crazy, Mark. You definitely violent.
Mark, you got no. Go ahead.
So he is good with the ball in his hand. But to go to your Ray Mccloud point, I think that was more so for a return man, like a special team, stuff like that. But that is a good point about him being able to catch the ball in the backfield, run the jet sweeps and all that stuff, because he is fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think Debo don't mind jet sweeps, don't mind reverses.
But up the middle, nah.
Yeah, running the ball up the middle, up lanes.
Between tackles and all that stuff, nah. He ain't doing
but I think he also only did that last year because the injuries they had in the backfield.
They had so many injuries. They just don't get me. He volunteered, but they started glorifying it. He was like, "Hey, y'all, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes."
I know, right? Relax. Y'all doing too much.
Elijah Mitchell,
but so he's not gonna be used like that next year. So that's gonna be a change in your offense, like you said. You got
not as much.
Well, here's the thing. That's fine because Brandon Ayuk need to step it the hell up then.
And I like
where the ball needs to go.
I looked up his tape and stuff.
You talking about Juwan Jennings, the guy brought up? Who?
The rookie receiver y'all got? 49ers.
Y'all drafted a receiver?
Huh?
Y'all drafted a receiver, David?
Yeah, his name is what's his name? Hold on. His name is Gray. Last name Gray. He won a 4-3. He won a 4-3. His name is I got y'all. Hold on. His name, I don't got y'all. I don't got it up. But I looked up his stuff. Y'all got to receive. His name is Danny Gray. I'm not tripping. All right. I know you got the depth chart right there. And he won a 4-3. Huh?
It is Danny Gray.
He won a 4-3. So I looked up his state. He's gonna be a good asset.
They're gonna use him for all that extra stuff.
All that. So I like Trey Lance with this Kyle Shanahan offense. Y'all listen. Y'all know that Kyle Shanahan was a genius behind RG3. Y'all forgot about that. All right. So RG3. I know we excited about Lamar Jackson, but there was an RG3 before that, right? And Kyle Shanahan was behind that. Now he got Trey Lance, who got a year under this belt, under this system. With his running game, with his offensive line.
I'm glad you brought that point up because who knows, not to get too off the point, who knows why RG3 really got hurt?
Because he couldn't slide.
Melodinata.
He was the only runner they had because everybody who was running the football got hurt too.
Alvin Morris was cooking that year.
Alvin Morris. They both
came in as rookies. Yeah, Alvin Morris.
Oh, that's right. They had rookies. That's right. It was the next year. It was the next year. My apologies.
That was RG3's fault. That wasn't.
That was.
The next year we had
him running all that.
The next year we had Jay Gruden, RG3 trying to be Aaron Rodgers, trying to be more of a pocket passer.
That's right. Yeah.
Worked out.
And they never worked on. That's right.
Well, Shanahan was trying to fix it. Mike Shanahan was the reason why he was trying to do that. If y'all remember.
But the reason why he got, I ain't trying to go top it. The reason why he got hurt is because he don't know how to slide.
No. That's what I'm saying. Mike Shanahan tried to turn him into a pocket passer.
No.
Yeah, that was Mike Shanahan.
Since he didn't know how to slide, that's what they were trying to do.
RG3's dad and RG3 went to Daniel Snyder, and they told him he wants to play more like Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers, more of a pocket passer.
Yep.
And then Kyle Shanahan got fired because of that crap. So,
no, I said Mike.
I mean, Mike Shanahan, my bad. Mike Shanahan got fired because of that. You know, Mike Shanahan is like, dude, you are successful in this pistol offense. Stick to his, you know, and then they came and try to switch stuff up. So he left, and they went and got Jay Gruden, a quarterback coach, who coached Andy Dalton, who get bounced every year in the first round. Like, stupid stuff. Anyway, everybody made me mad. All right, so look. So I like the 49ers. Not much to say about it. Y'all said it all. I like the 49ers. I like them last year. Like I said, they last year they were the Ravens of the NFC East, and they had a lot of injuries. And Carl said it at the end of the season because they almost lost to the Lions the first game of the season, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I thought they played the Eagles first game of the season. Wait,
it was the second game, I think. It was the second game.
It was at the beginning. It was up there. It was the beginning of the season.
It was the second game of the season. They almost lost to the Lions, and
They were winning. They were blowing them out, and then
they came back.
That score flipped quick.
I'm watching them. I'm like, dang, my prediction looking weak right now. I picked them to win the division. But I do think that they're gonna bounce back this year. I love Kyle Shanahan. Ever since he left us, I like him. You know, if he has a decent quarterback back there, his run schemes is so great. You know, learning from his dad, of course, Mike Shanahan. We know he won us 2 Super Bowls with Terrell Davis did. You know, so I'm excited about the 49ers. I do think they have a great chance of winning the division. I'm not gonna say that yet because the Rams looking good, obviously, but we'll talk more about that.
He will never say he wanted to be paid as the highest paid receiver. He just wanted to be paid as a receiver.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, by the way,
none of us
a Washington fan don't mean you don't know what he's talking about. Okay, I'm a Washington Commanders fan. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan and a Wake Forest fan. All my teams are trash.
Wake
so I think I know a little something.
Wake Forest had to play of the year in basketball. Okay, the ACC player of the year.
They did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So
Mark, your football knowledge is. I don't know.
So just let you know, because you're watching.
Hey, stop arguing with him. Talking about we can't talk to the Ravens make the playoffs, bro. We all know why. Like that's what you got. Like, all right, bro, I'm gonna just ignore you.
All right. Like Carl fed up. All right, so let's move on. We spent 45 minutes on that topic. All right. So we're gonna have to like run through these other teams. Listen, y'all. I might just throw the Seahawks out the back door. I don't know. All right. So,
Seahawks should be quick.
Huh? Yeah. So let's try to shorten our talks. All right, y'all going forward. So look, before we go forward, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, share this video with somebody that you know personally so can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. You leave a comment. And don't forget, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we put out a solo video and on the show. And right now we're doing the top 10 players of all time. In my opinion, right? A lot of disagreements, a lot of agreements. I'm excited. We actually the weekly special is going to be about that next week. All right, so make sure y'all tune in for that. All right, so let's breeze past these Seahawks. They finished in last. All right, so let's go to the Cardinals. All right, so look, the Seahawks. So let's start off with you, Matt. Talk about the Seahawks.
They finished in the last place, 4-13. I mean, they don't have a quarterback. Hopefully, they trade for Jimmy G. That'll be. I think that'll work for him. That'll give. He got a target. He'll already have a target and
got 2 of them.
Metcalf, 2 targets over there. Metcalf, they got a good. They'll have a running game. With the rookie. I think the rookie be fine because the offensive line is pretty good for running.
Kenneth Walker, Michigan State.
If they get Jimmy G, I'll actually change that 4-13 to probably about 7, maybe 8 wins. He ain't coming in winning winning no division. Maybe 10.
Oh, if they get Jimmy G
tonight. Huh?
You said if they get Jimmy G?
Yeah.
They got a terrible offensive line though.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
That's not good.
Well, no, I believe they drafted it. They got one in the draft. They got a rookie in the draft.
One.
First round.
That's one.
I understand. But one thing you can do behind that offensive line is run the football. Their running backs just can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
you can run the football behind that offensive line. So if the rookie is good to go, he gonna get the workload because you can pretty much call Chris Carson. To me personally, I think they held on to Chris Carson too long. I think that was one of the other issues. They should have let him go about 2 years ago and moved on. They should have had a running back drafted another 2 years ago. So, but I mean,
didn't know DK got to step up.
DK, what do you mean? The man had 10 touchdowns.
You need to be traded.
He had 20 touchdowns in his career. It's been 2 years.
Hey, last week,
Russell Wilson ain't the one throwing the ball to him. He going to his fanboy. I'm not sure what DK.
I don't know about y'all. When I watched Seahawks last year without Russ, DK didn't jump out my screen. He
Actually,
didn't. I didn't watch the Seahawks.
without Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf got me more points in fantasy football than he did with Russell Wilson.
Okay, I get you now. One game.
What I'm saying is he averaged. Okay, when I say he did good in fantasy, 20 points. That's 5-6 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown. I mean, what else is he supposed to do?
No, man, his numbers were not great, man. Consistently,
I got DK stats pulled up. He had 75 catches for 967 yards and 12 touchdowns.
His yards dropped in because the year before that he had over 1,000.
Yeah, 1,300.
Him and Tyler Lockett matched.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to understand, Russell Wilson wasn't there. He wasn't there at the beginning of the season. He was playing like crap. He got hurt, and then he came back and couldn't finish the season.
He ain't got this year either. And DK
he just flings the ball up to his fanboy Lockett. Watch how bad Lockett played this year.
He got Drew Lock this year.
Nobody's gonna do good. Nobody's gonna do good.
Be quiet, man. In terms of he's not top 15, Mark. Just be quiet, man. Just be quiet.
You just gotta ignore him, bro.
DK Dollars now. DK he said he embraced the leadership role. I know Matt said I think it was you, Matt, tomorrow a receiver being a leader or something like that. I forgot what somebody said.
Yeah, I said he needed. No, I said he needed to. What it was, and it wasn't even on him. He didn't have bad games. He didn't get the ball, but he would. Yeah, he would get upset, and that's where I would say he needed a little. He would act more immature in those situations. I like the fact that he said him and Shannon Sharp had it out. And I like the fact that him and Shannon Sharp actually sat down face to face.
Yeah,
and hashed that out. See, that to me, that's how you mature. He was immature. He was a great receiver, but he was also immature. And I said, as long as he fixes that, everything else will be fine for him. He ain't gonna get a quarterback too. He ain't gonna.
He said that piece I'm talking about on that show. He on Shannon Sharp's show. He said that he's embracing the leadership role without Russ being there. You know, and I want to be a Seahawk for a long time. Okay, but. Yeah,
you gotta say if you're trying to get paid, you gotta understand it's pay year too. So he gotta say what he gotta say. It's pay year.
That's true. I know he'll be here this year.
It's his third year in the league. It's contract year.
I guess because he was a second round pick too.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be traded. I'm just
crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
To be honest with you,
they would
not. It would benefit the Seahawks to actually trade Metcalf.
Huh?
It would benefit the Seahawks to trade Metcalf.
It would benefit Metcalf.
You would get a wonderful pick for him.
That's true.
Or a player, depending on what you're looking for.
You would benefit both parties because if whoever you send to, you're gonna send him to a good team, and you can get a first-round draft pick.
Either a first-round draft pick or a
player. They need to keep DK because they got all these draft picks from the Denver Broncos, and they're gonna use that to rebuild.
They don't need more draft capital. That's true.
They're gonna do like once they rebuild.
They can trade him for a player. They can trade him for a player.
Huh?
They can trade him for a player.
They could trade DK for some first round draft pick like Tyreek Hill just went if somebody that desperate. But that's true. But I would keep DK. He's young. Like that dude's DK is a monster.
As an organization,
but DK got to step up this year though, in my opinion.
He do, and he do. He only had one. I think he only had one 100-yard game this year. And I ran it.
That I didn't like.
What game was that?
I forgot already. Hold on. It's right here.
Because he had more 100-yard games the year before that.
Minnesota.
Was it prime time? No. You don't say.
No, I think he caught a bomb. Is what it was.
Yeah, remember he caught a bomb.
He didn't have that many catches.
Exactly.
He had like 3 catches or something like that.
No, it was a midday 420 game.
Look, it was one game he caught a bomb, and he didn't score. He caught a bomb and got stopped.
Oh, they called it back. They called it back.
No,
I think I do remember the play you're talking about.
We talking about something.
I think they did call it back.
They called it back.
Because
he should have had 2 touchdowns.
And he did nothing after that for real. I don't think.
Because they didn't throw the ball to him.
No, do you see how big DK is, and do you see how fast DK is, right? Do you know when you are not throwing the ball with the number 1 receiver stands, you are going to be shadowed by a safety at all times. Only person that can get away from that is Tyreek Hill because of his size. He's small, so that makes him faster to get away from safeties. But look,
Metcalf is 6'3", he's a little bigger.
But they keep comparing to Megatron. Megatron
don't do that. Don't do
that.
I'm not comparing. And they're doing that because he's strong and
and he's fast too.
No, but I call Metcalf a bully because he's
fast too.
He bullied the hell out of corners.
I agree with Joe though. I think he do need to step up. I mean, he had 130 targets.
And I agree.
How many catches?
75.
Oh my God, it's terrible for a star receiver.
How many?
130 targets, 75 catches.
That don't mean he dropped.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of
I
drops. He didn't have a lot. A lot of those sailed over his head out of bounds.
That's a lot.
But that's a lot of targets.
He just he got targeted. Don't get me wrong. He got targeted.
But he's saying they're not throwing him the ball. They are.
No, Russell,
you gotta step up.
What I mean when I say they're not throwing him the ball.
Throwing that ball to him.
Yeah, you just gotta step up. That's it. I mean, he'll probably tell you got to step up.
Yeah. So, anything else about the Seahawks?
I just want to go real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm pretty sure everybody think they're gonna finish last, so that's a mute point. Only thing I got maybe 2-3 things to say. One, Drew Lock ain't as bad as people say he is.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I think he's an average quarterback. A lot of people think he's terrible. I don't think he's terrible. 2, the offensive line sucks. So while trading for Jimmy G would it be better than Drew Lock, is Jimmy G ain't escaping that rush. So
that's true.
He ain't gonna be able to show that it would be better.
That's very true.
3, y'all talking about DK need to step up. I need to see Noah Fant step up. I think Noah Fant was selected in the first round, if I'm not mistaken, at tight end.
But see, again, is it Noah Fant or is it Drew Lock?
But that's not.
Well, Drew Lock just got this, so you can't be blaming on him.
They played together.
No,
They played in Denver. No, you right, Carl. You right. Nobody's talking about him at all. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, I need to see Noah Fant step up because everybody say how he's so big.
But he got the same quarterback that he's had, so that's going to be hard to say.
But I don't. But again, that goes to my Drew Lock point. I don't think Drew Lock is as bad as everybody's saying. And if Noah Fant is as good as everybody's saying,
it might have been Denver. It might have been Denver.
But look, but Carl had a point because he would be alongside the tight end would be with DK
and Tyler Lockett. So he should be able to work the middle of the field.
But then again, he was on the same team with
Jerry Jeudy, Drew Lock,
it was the same caliber, if that makes sense.
Like, different dude.
He had the same type of receivers because what's his name that can't stay healthy. He'd be DK Metcalf if he could stay healthy.
Who? You talking about Jeudy?
No, Jeudy would be more so Lockett.
No, I don't agree with that. But
I'm talking about speed wise, like those running those streaks down.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, let Drew cook.
Who?
No, please don't do that.
Who's up boy on Denver that can't stay healthy? The receiver.
You talking about Cortland Sutton?
Yes.
Oh, you don't like Cortland Sutton, right?
I don't like him because he can't stay healthy.
Cortland Sutton.
He doesn't produce for me because he never stays healthy. He don't stay healthy enough to produce.
But my point is this: if Drew Lock, in my opinion, if Drew Lock ain't as bad as people say he is, but Noah Fant is as good as people say he is, he still should be able to do something. You haven't really seen much from Noah Fant yet.
His rookie year, he did good.
Like T.J. Hawkinson was in Detroit. He was the 8th pick at tight end, but he showed why he was an 8th pick at tight end before Jared Goff and Matt.
He also had Matt Stafford
and Jared Goff, but he still
Jared Goff. Yeah, Jared Goff last year.
Yeah, he didn't do good with Jared Goff. Actually, I didn't pick up T.J. Hawkins fantasy because of that reason.
Again, this is a different conversation. Fantasy football isn't real football.
What I'm saying is, I use both. I mix both together for certain reasons. Like I don't pick personnel because it was like, for instance, I pick up T.J. Hawkins not for fantasy because I know T.J. Hawkins is going to catch a lot of targets and he's going to have a certain amount of yards as a tight end with Matt Stafford as his quarterback versus Jared Goff as his quarterback. The numbers are going to be different.
LeGarrette Blount, when he led the league in touchdowns, probably was great for fantasy because touchdown 6 points, but he was getting like no yards for real.
Yeah, and I never drafted him in fantasy for that reason.
But that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, I use that as fantasy because I know I'm gonna get a lot of points because of who his quarterback was throwing the ball to him. That's why I use that fantasy point. What I'm saying is, T.J. Hawkinson with Matthew Stafford is different than with Jared Goff. He didn't get those same yards with Goff.
No, and I agree, but he still was producing.
He was still a productive tight end.
He was a highly touted tight end out of Iowa. I think him and TJ was on the same team.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Look, we spent too much time on the last place people in the division.
That's all I got for you. Oh, and Kenneth Walker will start. Shout out Michigan State.
6-7 wins for the Seahawks. Last in the division. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, a little bit of wins. Last in the division. All right, so let's go to the Cardinals, y'all. Who got to a hot start? They started off 8-0 or 7-0? 7-0, right?
7-0
last year.
Yeah, they were like 7-0. Oh no, they might have started 9-0. I thought they should have lost to Jacksonville though.
Well, and the 49ers, but no, the Vikings. But
yeah.
What about I say? And was the line? No, the Vikings. So this team would start off hot, and then they
lost to the Lions. That they had that
Definitely lost to the
game.
Lions. Remember, I told you they
that was
can't
Lions'
beat
first
the
game.
Lions.
They start off hot. You know, J.D. Watt, give us our respect, and then that's they whole ship sunk, and they look terrible in the playoffs.
Every year.
All right, so we're gonna start off with you, Carl.
You want to know why they look bad?
No, talking about
DeAndre Hopkins got hurt. Kyler Murray ain't as good as what people think he is. DeAndre Hopkins got hurt. He still had receivers. Still had AJ Green. Still had Christian Kirk. Still had Zach Ertz. They got Zach Ertz from the Eagles. Didn't look as good.
And didn't even use him.
Diop can't just go up and moss. Diop ain't there to go up and moss everybody no more. Y'all remember that Bills game where he mossed Trey White, Micah Hyde, and Jordan Poyer?
That's
all Hail Mary.
But you're right, Carl. I'm with you on that.
You're not DK. D-Hop is.
But I'm not gonna say he's not that good though. I'm not gonna say that, but
I'm saying Kyler Murray ain't as good
as everybody making him be.
So
what?
So I think him being out the first 6 games, and then you got the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Rams, the Eagles. That's 4 out of, to me, that's probably 4 losses right there.
Oh,
I think they can beat the Eagles. The other 3 teams, I don't think so, but I think they have
the Eagles secondary not bad. Now, if
I gotta lose to the Eagles,
I do too. The only reason Jalen Hurts would be, to me, the reason why they lose. To Eagles. Sorry, but I just gotta keep it real. Jalen Hurts would be the reason the Eagles lose that game. So I mean, I understand this is what Kyler's 4th year. I'm looking. They don't play the Lions this year, so thank God for the Cardinals because they can't beat them for some reason.
They lost Chandler Jones too.
Huh?
They
lost Chandler Jones.
Yep, went to the Raiders, but so Cardinals, man. The defense is, I say, solid. I think they need another. I like Marco Wilson. He got to step up to me because I love Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy is one of my favorite corners on the Cardinals. I think Marco needs to step up. They got Budda Baker, which I love Budda Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Hicks is gone. He played well. I think he had like over 100 tackles last year, something like that for them at middle linebacker. Son Riddick's gone. That was a blitzing linebacker. Like you said, Chandler Jones gone. J.J. Watt, we know he can't stay healthy either. So they lost a couple blows to the defense. I got the Cardinals 3rd in the division. I got them winning 1. I got them beating the Saints because I still don't know what the Saints about to do at QB. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jameis, but...
It's going to be Jameis.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jameis. This is why I say that, right?
You don't want the other one back there. We saw what he was capable of. You don't.
But they still gave him a chance. Well, it's a new coach, so I take that back. So I'm about to say they still...
You don't want Jameis back there, but that's your choice.
But he played... He didn't play that bad. To me,
Jameis wasn't that bad last year.
He didn't play bad last year. And they defense going to be good again. Still have a good defense, and Michael Thomas coming back too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Michael Thomas coming back. I didn't think he should have been out all last year, to be honest.
I don't think he messed with Sean Payton. Go ahead.
Well, Sean Payton gone. That's what I'm saying. It's a new coach.
He coming back.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
He back.
Minnesota. That's a rematch of the game they should have lost last year, like you said. Seahawks. I should be a W, but again, there's a divisional game, so who knows? Rams, okay, I don't care divisional game. I think that should be a W. 49ers, not a W, it should be an L. 49ers should be an L. Chargers to me should be an L. Patriots, Belichick has schemed something to stop Kyler Murray. He's good at taking out their best weapons, so I get a Patriots W there. Broncos, I think is an L. Buccaneers, I think is an L. Falcons should be a W, and then the 49ers.
Yep. Don't sleep on the Falcons.
I understand the Falcons is cool. AJ Terrell's shown to be a top corner. I don't trust Mariota. You see when the Titans took out Mariota, they took out Mariota for Tannehill and got better.
They killed Mark.
So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Mariota in Atlanta, but
I have no feelings.
Maybe 8 wins. Maybe 8.
Ain't he back with his old coach? Or coordinator or something like that? Mariota?
You said what?
Who cares?
Right? Huh? Oh, you said what?
It's Mariota.
Oh, it's okay.
He's not accurate.
They drafted that quarterback too out of
they drafted that rookie.
Yeah, I think he'll be nice. I don't know.
He might actually be the one that ends up starting.
I was kind of on the opposite end of Desmond Ridder. I think he'd be cool to not really that good, or not really that good to cool. But that's just me. But I got the Cardinals winning like at 8 games. Like I said, took a lot of blows to the defense. D-Hop out 6 games. Y'all thought I was gonna talk about the guy that dropped passes. What is he gonna do? Drop more touchdowns? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm glad we finessed the Cardinals on that. Thank you for the first round pick. Got my boy I thought we was gonna draft. I don't think he's gonna be changed. He's gonna burn you down the field to drop the touchdown. So
right. Is it?
I can't believe they gave up a first round pick for that. Stupid.
Thank you.
Most overrated hands I've ever seen.
They did that because Kyler Murray is threatening to leave, and then he wanted Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, they played together in Oklahoma.
Man, look, you ain't even paid Kyler. What?
Yeah, that's all.
They played together in Oklahoma. They trying to keep him happy.
Yeah, that's what that's about. Yeah.
And they figured Cliff Kingsbury could find something
until this college year hit, and then we see all them nice prospects that's gonna come out. Yeah, watch how they lean off Kyler Murray.
If they play bad, if he play bad, CJ Stroud, what's up? Bryce Young, what's up?
You said 8 wins.
8.
Yeah. Don't be surprised the Seahawks have a better record than the Cardinals.
Oh, that's a hot take to me.
Don't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I got the Cardinals only winning 7.
Cause look, you know how the Cardinals do. They start off good and they tank every year.
They're not doing that this year though.
Ever since they're not starting good. That's what I'm saying.
They're not. They starting off 0-2 this year. I got them winning week 3 and 4. The Rams and the Panthers. Only the Rams because it's a division game at home. And then they go on again, and then they're on the road at the Panthers.
I seen the comment, Joe.
So like with the Cardinals, with me, right? DeAndre Hopkins is gone. They season went downhill midway through the Green Bay game where Hopkins got hurt, right? After he got hurt, Kyler Murray looked so bad, man. Ever since D-Hop got hurt, he looks terrible. And then also they lost Chandler Jones. They lost Edmonds, who's also a good piece for them last year. He went to Miami. So I do think their defense, like Carl said, gonna be solid. I think they will have problems with the run. They did have problems with the run last year. And like when they won that winning streak, every team that tested them had a good rushing attack.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook had a good game against them. Trey Lance had a good game. Had a good game. Fonz had a good game against them. It was another team too that played them close. Had a good game against them. But
did Kyler Murray get a contract?
Nope.
No, but I think they are close to doing it though. They're gonna do it though. He's gonna sign.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about a franchise tag, so they must be doing something.
No, they ain't gonna franchise tag.
But he's the number 1 overall pick, and I think this only his 4th year, so he got 2 more years until he get one.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so it's 6 years for number 1.
5.
Or 5 year. Oh, with the option to 6.
No, I think 5th is the option because Lamar is on his 5th option, but he was a year before, and he was 32nd in the first round.
Okay.
It's clutch.
So they don't even really need to worry about a contract right now.
30 seconds.
So, okay, they fine. Okay.
You would think it's clutch, Joe. We paying that boy $23 million this year.
Because the only thing they would be really doing is extending if they gave me.
Oh yeah.
But so I got the Cardinals finishing anywhere between 3rd and 4th. It's not set in stone with me yet. But they're not gonna make no noise to me this year because D-Hop is a huge factor. I'm sorry. Then they added Hollywood Brown. I mean, now I don't know because when D-Hop come back, he's missing 8 games, right?
6, I thought.
Oh, see, that's good. He missing 6. That's good for the Cardinals. So he come back. They got an okay little receiving core over there, with D-Hop, Hollywood Brown.
What happened to him last year?
Who?
D-Hop.
He played good until he got hurt.
He played good until he got hurt.
Okay, what happened to him last year?
He got hurt, but he don't.
What you talking about? The injury?
What was the injury?
What was it? ACL?
No,
I don't remember. I just remember he got hurt.
He got hurt and came back.
It was either the hamstring or the groin. It was one of the, I think it was the hamstring. You can pretty much once that hamstring goes for these receivers, bro. That's it.
That's true. But
what I mean is he gonna come out. He gonna come out when he come out. It's almost like the 6-game suspension is good for his legs.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
But what I'm saying is by that when he comes back after those 6 weeks, they're gonna have to rack up wins if they don't have enough by then, right? So they're gonna overuse Hop, and he gonna tear it again.
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna overuse him. I think that's why they traded for Hollywood Brown.
They're gonna watch those drop hands. And
what I'm saying is they're still gonna do their best to try to use him.
No, they are. They're gonna follow the game plan.
They got Connor.
I agree. They're gonna follow the game.
You said who?
The running back Connor. I like him too.
Oh, James Conner. Yeah.
And honestly, the reason why I got him only winning 7 is because of D-Hop being out 6 games.
Me too.
I don't know, y'all.
If he would start week 1, I would actually have them at maybe 10, 11.
We can't sleep on them, man, because I forgot about
Yeah, they're
Marcus
not
Golden,
bad.
too.
It's just
I like
that one of
Marcus
their
Golden.
best players is going to
He's
be
good.
out.
Who?
I got them winning 8-9 wins.
Marcus
I
Golden.
said 8.
I got them
And
at 7.
also-
I got them at 7. But
and
that's
also-
just because they can't hit that 8-9 from the 7.
Like you said, they got AJ Green, D Hop, Hollywood Brown, Zach Ertz.
If
I like
AJ
Antoine
Brown
Wesley.
steps
He
up,
made-
not AJ Brown. If AJ Green step up better than he played last year, now I can bump him up 2 more wins. Because I don't
I like
know.
the young guy they got. Antoine Wesley.
But it was a new offense for him.
They might surprise us. And Kyler Murray, like you said, he won a new contract, so here it is. Kingsbury, he wants to be a coach, right?
Yeah. I
Here
don't know.
it is.
This could be their year to at least get the playoffs.
You know, so
I got them at 7, and they can make the playoffs this year if they because it ain't that many teams. Like I said, I got about 10 teams in the NFC alone with losing records, and they're one of them. So they could change it because they're at 7.
so yeah. All right. Anybody else got anything else to say about the Cardinals? Let's move to the Rams.
Nope.
All right. Let's go to
Oh, one more thing. My bad.
Go ahead.
I think I got what's an Isaiah? Goddamn, what's his name? I just had him on the young guy from Clemson. I think he'll have a breakout year. Can't remember his last name for some reason. The guy from Clemson. What's his, they was when he was coming out, they was saying he was a twin between the safety and the middle linebacker.
Sims or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
Simmons.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a breakout year.
Yeah, he the linebacker, right?
I think that's why they let Jordan Hicks walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think their defense gonna be. I mean, their defense not gonna be that bad, man. That's how I look at it. You know, like it's not gonna be that bad. And I know you didn't mention it. Like I said, Marcus Golden. I like him.
Oh, pass rusher. He's a nice pass rusher.
You know what I mean?
He's
He
out of
had a
Missouri,
good season. Nobody really recognized. I thought, you know, they got J.J. Watt under contract. He's gonna be healthy. He actually had a good season. You look at his sack numbers. It ain't good, but he got a lot of QB pressures last year.
Marcus Golden played with what's his name? BJ Sands, the dude that with the first openly gay guy. He played with him.
He's my the guy. Who played?
BJ Sands, right?
No, it was Michael Sands. That was his name.
No, Michael Sands. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Michael Sands for the Cowboys.
They played together at Mizzou.
So look, the Rams,
Let's go.
Super Bowl champions, NFC West champions, decapitated the 49ers in the NFC Championship after losing 6 straight.
Don't decapitate us. Don't slice it.
Okay. All right, talk. Who? Oh, I'll go first. Okay, cool. I'll go first this one. All right, so look, the Rams, they got better, man. I'm sorry. What can I tell you? And I bet you they signed Odell. I bet you they signed Odell still. I think Odell gonna come back. He gonna come back, play another year. Then he gonna sign his big contract next year.
Come to border,
So
please.
he gonna, and I think I'm gonna sign him. But Allen Robinson, Bobby Wagner. I don't know how they got Bobby Wagner.
Stole it from us.
Like, I don't know where they get the money from to sign him. You know what I mean, right? Aaron Donald got paid. He's happy. You feel me? Now the one thing about the Rams is a hangover. You get complacent when you win. That's why you like to bring new guys in, like Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is already a champion, been in the drought for years. So now he's with a winning culture once again, and he's hungry to win again. So he's a leader too. So I like that's like the perfect move for them to re-energize that locker room. Cause y'all know how these Super Bowl champions be. They get complacent. Or how we are period as humans. We win something and you celebrating all summer. They got the ceremony. They got the White House stuff. They got all this stuff, and then you get complacent. So that was good for them. And bringing in Robinson, I thought was perfect. It was good. Cooper Kupp got paid. You know, so. The Rams gonna be back, man. Not like back Super Bowl, but they're gonna be a force to reckon with. I don't know why they're not the favorites to win the NFC. Why they got the Buccaneers to win? That makes
You
no
know
sense.
why?
Brady. That's
That
why.
makes no sense to me. They got worse, and they're the favorites.
It's Brady.
I'll tell you
Brady,
why.
bro.
I'm gonna tell you why in a minute.
Like Tom Brady got a year older. They got worse in the receiving core.
Go look
right?
at that.
When
Go
Brown
look
is
at that.
gone.
Go look at that Buck schedule, and you'll see why.
Oh well, they had the number one. They number one. Oh, I ain't look at the. They
Go
got
look
easy.
at the Tampa Bay.
schedule.
Go look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers schedule. You'll see why.
They
That's
better
why they
an
have
easy
them ranked
schedule.
higher.
They better
Their
have an easy
schedule is
schedule.
easy.
Wow. So
I mean,
the
I wouldn't be
Rams
surprised if
second.
the Buccaneers walked into the playoffs.
Yeah, so I got the Rams finishing first and second. You know, Matthew Stafford will have a better year because he had towards the end of the season he didn't play good. He kind of picked it up in the playoffs, but midway towards the end he had some bad games. he started off hot, MVP candidate. I have him number 1 in the MVP candidate race, and as soon as I said that on Instagram Live, he just took it. He just dropped. Like he's throwing interceptions. It was games he had multiple games with multiple interceptions. A few of those in the second half, and early in the season, he never had a game where he threw more than one.
Those are when Odell got there and he was forcing the ball down the field to Odell. I'm
about to say he threw 2 of them things against.
Yeah, that's exactly what those were. If
I remember
he didn't force the ball.
The Seahawks, and then the Seahawks are so bad. I'm watching them, and they are so bad. But Matthew Stafford is playing so bad, keeping the Seahawks in the game. I'm like, wow, like come on, bro, like. They won, but that was a Monday night game. I was just like, bro, like I don't even trying to watch this no more. That's how bad both teams look. So the Rams gonna finish first or second. They got better. I mean, you have them finish anything else, it's just crazy. So go ahead, David. What you got about the Rams?
Yeah, I got them finishing first in the division.
Over y'all? Okay.
Yeah, I give them
respect.
12, 13 wins, maybe even 14, honestly.
I don't think they'll win 13 games.
To talk about the Bucks, I don't think the Bucks have an easy schedule. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't look at it as being that easy. Other than the Cowboys and their division, every other game, and playing the Seahawks.
I didn't even know they did that.
It's not that easy of a schedule.
All right, look, we saw the Bucks in the NFC South.
But I think the Rams, I think with everything, like Joe said, with all the pieces they added, with Allen Robinson, having Bobby Wagner back there, and I personally think, I don't think that Matt Stafford's going to have a hangover. Look at all those losing seasons he had in Detroit. I think he's like, now that he's finally won, he's hungry for more. He feels like he actually won a championship, and he's like, I can do it again now. With adding Allen Robinson, and like you said, I think they're going to sign Odell again too. I think Odell gonna come back. So having Allen Robinson, Odell, and Cooper Kupp, I don't see any team that can really. I think they
this year.
I think the Rams should be the favorites. Me personally.
Odell not coming back this year.
He might play also like late in the season.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get him.
I don't think so.
They're gonna pick him up.
I don't think he come back. Not from that. I don't think he come back yet.
Oh, coming back? You mean coming back for the year?
Yeah.
It's a new time, bro.
I'm not saying come back and like.
Nah, I think he can though, because look, Cam Akers came back 6 months from an Achilles.
Yeah,
Achilles
I that. And the Rams too. Like,
we'll see.
So he coming back.
They say the earliest he'll come back is November.
Yeah,
I say more so December, but yeah.
That's why they going to the Rams, going to a situation you already know. So.
But yeah, I think the Rams will have 12, 13, maybe even 14 wins this year. I got them winning in the division.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I got them going 10-7. I don't see no 13 wins. I got them second in the division. Now I might give them maybe 1 or 2 more because I did have to remember Allen Robinson is now there, so that offense is going to be pretty prolific still. It's not going to it shouldn't sag.
So you got us first in the division?
I could probably go up to 11, maybe 12, but that's only giving them like maybe the Cowboys. They beat the Cowboys on the at home because I had them losing to the Cowboys, and maybe if they beat the Packers or the Bucks because they're not beating the Chiefs. That's the only way they will get to 12.
I think,
but right now I'm gonna keep it at 10-7. Just for that, because I don't trust their running game. I don't have them falling off too hard. I mean, they could possibly make the play. I think I still have them in the playoffs for this year. With the 10, there ain't that many teams in the NFC that's gonna have a winning record. I'm telling you, it's the NFC gonna be real ugly. The AFC got a lot of winning teams. It's gonna be a fight to get into the playoffs on that side. But the NFC, you got the teams that's gonna be in. Mm-hmm. And the Rams 10-7, they'll be in the playoffs fine. They ain't gonna have no issues.
I think y'all are all overlooking one, and I brought his name up already. One key comeback, and that's Cam Akers.
Yeah,
the run game looked way better with Cam Akers. He's healthy. Like he came back early, but he's healthy. He's gonna be really healthy now.
He came back the last game of the season, right?
Yeah, no. Was it the last game or was it playoffs?
It was the last game of the season.
Last game in the playoffs.
because his second game was against no, it was the playoffs. I think
It was the
He didn't
playoffs.
play-
Oh, one of the playoffs when he came back?
Yeah, I think he played the Cardinals the first game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about to say I thought it was the first game of the playoffs.
Okay.
it was.
But that's
it
what I'm
was,
saying. I
Oh,
think
that's right, because he didn't play the 49ers that last game.
so.
he
I think
fumbled.
Because they didn't
think
want to
that's
put
a
him
big-
against that defense. They didn't want
I
to
think
put him
that's a
against
big
that
piece
front
that
seven.
we're not talking about. Also,
Yeah.
another signing that I didn't even know they did. They re-signed Troy Hill. If y'all remember when the Rams secondary was like really good, it was Jalen Ramsey, Darius Williams, Troy Hill. Troy Hill then goes to Cleveland. Now Cleveland has all those defensive backs: Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Greg Newsome. He comes back to LA. Now it's Jalen Ramsey, Troy Hill, and another guy that they drafted who was highly touted coming into college, but had so many off the field issues. He had to leave Clemson to go to Georgia with Darion Kendrick. He's now a rookie for the Rams. Like I said, he was really good or really touted in college. He just could not stay out of trouble off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And Clemson dismissed him. He goes to Georgia, they win a natty. So that could be a nice little sleeper for the Rams in that secondary. Then the Rams, like we say, have a star, not a good guy, a star at all three levels at the defensive position. Jalen Ramsey, corner. Aaron Donald, defensive line. Bobby Wagner, linebacker.
Oh, man.
That is
Dang.
that's ridiculous. So not only can Aaron Donald keep Bobby Wagner clean, he can rush the passer. They got Greg Gaines who played well in the Super Bowl in that playoff run. They got was it Sampson? No, he left. Who's Leonard Floyd? Leonard Floyd, I believe, is still there. Now Von Miller left.
Yeah.
But the Rams will find somebody to fill that position.
I don't think they were missing anything when they had him in there anyway. He really didn't show up till
Super Bowl. He had a really good Super Bowl.
Who, Von Miller?
Yeah,
he had a really good
He
Super Bowl.
showed
Like in the regular season,
Bucks
he really
too. And against the Bucks, he showed up too.
that was a playoff, yeah.
He showed up in the
But in the
playoffs.
regular season, he really ain't flashed. But I feel like that could
that's
have
a
Like
new
that, yeah.
defense, learning the scheme. I understand. And I
yeah,
understand
I was about to say that could have been that too. But I think the Rams defense is obviously got better when you add Bobby Wagner. Offensively, if they hope they don't, the Ravens sign Odell, but if they sign Odell, you could put Cooper Kupp in the slot, Odell in the slot.
Don't forget about Van Jefferson too.
outside. Huh? What'd
Don't
you say,
forget
Tom?
about Van
Van
Jefferson
Jefferson.
too.
Where did Robert Woods
I
go?
feel like Van Jefferson has to step up.
He does, but he's a
Where did,
decent
where did
receiver.
Robert Woods go?
He went to Tennessee.
Okay,
Yeah, he
that's
got
right.
traded.
Okay.
Yeah, he just walked. They let him walk.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, they let him walk. He didn't get
Yeah,
traded.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a free
That's
agent.
why he was
He
on.
kind of replacing him with Allen Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. Him
Van Jefferson, I do feel like need to step up. Tyler Higbee, still at tight end still, and like Joe was saying, Matt Stafford, yeah, he had some bad games towards the end of the year, but I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad with Matt Stafford. He's a gunslinger. He feel like he can make every throw, and sometimes it bites him in the butt. So I mean, I've watched a lot of Matt Stafford in Detroit, and he, like you said, he will force it. He will force a lot of passes, but Matt Stafford will also make some passes who like, damn, how you make that pass? Damn, okay. I see why he was the number one pick out of Georgia. All that other stuff. I think Matt Stafford's really good. As far as like you saying that he had them bags, I don't know if he's going to ever change. I think that he's going to have that roller coaster again. But I love my dog. So he'll be able to keep them on track. I got them winning. Let's see. They start with the Bills, and I got them beating the Bills. And it's not because of, y'all know the reason I'm thinking of. It's not
So you
because
got him beating the Bills?
Yeah, I got them beating
The
the Bills.
Bills lost to Pittsburgh last year, first game of the season, so it's not
Exactly. I got them beating the
I got
Bills.
the
And
Bills
it's in
winning.
LA.
I got the Bills winning.
Thursday night in LA.
Real quick, Carl, before you go to the schedule, if Matt Stafford does have those, their defense is gonna be much better. Cause last year, remember, their defense wasn't playing good last year until the playoffs for real, until like the end of the season, they weren't really playing good. So like statistically, so with Bobby Wagner being there, whenever you have a good leader, like a good linebacker that's a leader, a
You're
veteran,
not running the ball on the Rams. I can tell you that.
that ups your defense like crazy.
You're not running
You know,
the ball on
so
the
I
Rams.
think their defense is gonna be much better. So no mistakes Matt Stafford did make. Man, they got a squad. You look at their depth chart, bro. They just look crazy. Go ahead though.
All right, I got them beating the Falcons. Got them beating the Cardinals. 49ers at home. Again, like on the 49ers side, toss up. Cowboys, I got them beating the Cowboys. I got them beating the Panthers. 49ers at home. Still a toss up. I got them beating the Bucks. I got them beating the Cardinals. I got them beating the Saints. Chiefs on the road.
They might lose that.
Yeah, it might be an L. I got them beating the Packers. I got them beating the Broncos because they're familiar with Russell Wilson. They'll know how the game plan against them.
I got them losing to the
Got them beating the Chargers.
Yep, I got
them beating the Seahawks. So I got them winning.
That's Aaron Donald versus Russell Wilson all day.
Yeah, I got the Rams winning 13, maybe 14 games. From what I see, this Rams team really good, man. And like you said, they got better. They already had a Super Bowl caliber team. Obviously, the only position that I feel like is questionable for the Rams is safety, because Eric Weddle, obviously, he's not coming back. He got that Super Bowl and got up out of there. They got Taylor Rapp and Jordan Fuller as the projected starters. I don't know if that's good enough, but when you got that pass rush and Bobby Wagner setting up the defenses and everything, it might just be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 13-14 wins for the Rams. Shout out my boy Matty for getting the Super Bowl and proving all the doubters wrong. First year out of there. It felt like, and I know he won for the Rams, but it felt like he won it for the Lions too.
Yeah, Lions were buying his jersey. They had jerseys out, in the store. All right, y'all, let's wrap this up. All right, it's 8:22. Just get some last words in. We start with the 49ers fan. Talk to us, David.
Let's go San Fran. That's all I can say. Let's go San Fran. Trey Lance is going to have a good year. Not a great year, but a good year. His first year. And I'm ready for training camp to start. Starts next week, so I'm ready for that.
All right, Matt.
Same here. Podcast starts next week when training camp starts. So I'll do more of these wins and losses, talking through the seasons. I'm gonna start off with the divisions. I'm not gonna do each team individually. I'm gonna do divisions and also start off with the fantasy rankings to get ready for that, because fantasy, I know a lot of people start their drafts early. I don't do it early, but I know a lot of people do, so I want to get them ready for that.
All right, Carl.
And, as always, appreciate you for having me on the show. To the one hater that commented what he commented, I saw it. It's all good. I ain't really got too much to say. Football is right around the corner. First preseason game I watch a lot of preseason. So football to me is 2 weeks away. Can't wait. Yep. College around the corner. It's a lovely season, man. August is a lovely
August, baby. August.
Hey, preseason start on my birthday, so I'm psyched.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Sir. And go ahead, man.
Oh, and the only reason why I don't have a background, I felt like it messed up with my little stream. Definitely had the background put up during the music, but they started skipping and everything. It was Matt Stafford in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. All right, before we end it, I want to say, so Grant Williams from the Celtics, right? He said that the Warriors were not better than them. And then Grant Williams. And Steph put on his Instagram story, no, we were just more disciplined.
The Warriors were the better team than me from the jump.
Yeah, so that was good. That was good. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Share with somebody that y'all know. Once it's the end, you can watch it, rewatch it. And thank you guys for staying to the end. We'll see y'all next episode.
Follow my man on the social medias down bottom.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.